I just say it.
Welcome to Danu on Fire right here on Hi TV, your luxury channel. Today we are starting off the show with a brand new look at a brand new place, and it's going to be a good start. Thanks for joining us today. We are at Aditya. Now, this is a well-known brand in Anuradhapura. They have cured and served so many people when it comes to using the true art of Ayurveda. Now they're also located in Colombo, so that sometimes the commute can be a bit too much. You can experience all of this and more, and definitely the healthy cafe that comes along with it in terms of serving every food tasting phenomenal, but in the newest way possible. I'll tell you about it as we move on with the show. Now, I would like to tell you, as my guest today, I have someone who is no stranger to the cameras and definitely no stranger when it comes to even the acting field. The one and only Kishu Gomez.
Aiboan.
Now we start with Aiboan.
yeah, of course.
Kishu Gomez, you have played multiple roles in life.
Right.
You have been one of the younger CEOs, of a multinational company. Then you were in tourism, you were in advertising, marketing international brands, acting. Oh, the list is too much. Now tell me,
Right.
in midst of all of this, how do you cope with life's struggles today?
Well, I keep saying, Danu, that I don't do anything I don't like to do. Whatever I undertake to do, I do them with the passion and extreme desire to make a mark. So that's how I juggle with so many things that I do day in, day out, and I like to be recognized for everything I do, and when I get recognition, that satisfies myself, and I keep going that way. So it's not a magic. It's just simple philosophy that I follow.
They say sometimes in life you have to. Actually, it's one of my friends who said it. I would like to give credit to Subhash. It's either you are learning or earning in anything that you do.
Okay.
If it doesn't have these two elements, or at least one of it,
Right.
you're not where it matters.
Right.
How do you sort of gather that? Either it's learning or earning, or both, and both is actually a gift.
It's definitely both, as far as I'm concerned, and I keep elevating my knowledge on a daily basis, and even coming here doing this, you said I'm no stranger to the cameras. True enough, but this is a new experience. This is something to go do with Ayurveda, and I hail from Ayurvedic family as well, by the way.
Wow.
So
Even
I
me. My God, we all are. Yes.
Oh, right. So
10
good to know.
generations of Ayurveda.
Yeah, sure. So it's a new thing, new experience, and since I came here, being chatting with some of the staff members here, including a doctor whom I've known for several years, and so got to know a few things that I didn't know before. So every engagement, every experience is a learning experience, and then it keeps expanding your horizons.
Yeah.
So when you do that, you become more valuable, and value has different aspects, but one aspect of it is the commercial value of it. So you keep earning as a result as well.
That is true. Well, something we Sri Lankans tend to underestimate the value of certain things that we are born with, like the nature that surrounds us. Back in the days, like even my forefathers, they were in Ayurveda, they used everything that grew around them.
Sure.
And don't you just cut these off and throw it off when it grows in the garden, because it's just creeping all over. And but whereas it has such benefits, and they made like nice short drink for us with this.
Yeah.
This is
It's a medicine.
Yeah. What is this flower called? Say it again.
Nilkatarolu.
Nilkatarolu. Right? I got it right?
Yeah, you got it right.
With umbrella. Cheers.
Cheers.
Let's try this.
Cheers. Yeah.
All right. There you go.
That's
One
very
shot.
Nice, different taste.
Oh, that's really nice. Who knew? I must say, so this is what they try and do, bringing out true Sri Lankan things into their cuisine, making it so much more artistic and so much more refreshing. Now, I want to know the secret behind your fountain of youth. After me, the only other person who looks young, I have only noticed you. I've just been lying about my age to everyone, but here they know that I lie.
Okay.
So I can't lie.
It's
But
your own people.
Yeah. So because they have seen my ID and all, and they just don't let me live my life. So tell me, what is the secret to your fountain of youth? And also,
Right.
have you ever revealed your true age?
Well, you don't need to know my age. You can know it, but not I wouldn't mention it in
Not
front of the
all
camera.
around, yeah.
So no, I believe in keeping fit, and it's not your numerical age, but the energy you have in you.
That is true.
Right, and the power that's in you, and how you look as well, right? I mean, obviously, being the man you are, when you go around, you see people who are just 25 years, 30 years, who look like 45, 60 years sometimes.
True.
Right? So you got to maintain yourself, which is very, very important, because unless you have the right first impression, you can't be a performer in any field. Right, be it a business leader, actor, be it a sportsman, woman. The first impression is extremely important, and I believe in that. So I try to keep my visual pleasant and attractive to be able to get that attention. And you get the attention, and then you have won half of the battle.
True. The market is very much active for Kishu. Very recently,
Right.
I don't think I've ever seen family images, but you put a picture of your two sons.
Yes.
And they are like literally like they all look like, all three of you all look like matching in same age approximate.
Thank you for that compliment. Yeah.
We need to speak more when we do come back. So we're going to take a break. When we do come back, we're going to try out more food from Aditya, and we will see you on the other side. Welcome back to the show. It's Danu on fire with a brand new look. Thank you for joining us on the show. We have Mr. Kishu Gomez. I'm going to tell you now, when you come here to dine, you get a chance to experience everything in a very personalized way. This is what you call know your food. Now, for our mains, we have got grilled paneer with mango and coconut cream with tomato relish. Now, they have said excessive consumption can cause high cholesterol level. That is a paneer. So those are also their comments that's given by doctors. So just because you think paneer is good, don't stuff yourself, is what I've been told.
Yeah.
So it's amazing, like you have the information about the food that you need. Now you have this very strict regime of running around, and you used to compete.
I was a national athlete, and I still run. I go to a ground on a weekly basis, wear my spikes, and I run. So that's why I said I keep myself, fit.
That's what I don't have, the spikes.
So I'll get you my spikes.
That's what's stopping me from running.
That took you about all the excuse under the sun, yeah.
So tell me, this love to live this balanced life. Now we see people who are business leaders, or even people who really take this time to have a very planned, profiled schedule in life. They wake up at there's a time to wake up, there's a routine they do, then they go for fitness, then they go to work. They look like they're off a magazine. How do you live that life?
No, I mean, you think that's how it happens. No, it doesn't happen that way. It's chaos, right? So each day, you will have a different plan. You can't stick to one plan, in this world. It's not possible. People will say, just for the sake of saying it. But there are days when I eat all the bad stuff, and there are days I go completely green.
Right.
And there are days where I work 18 hours and no exercising at all, and next day I might find 2 hours to spend in the gym, or go to a place, run, do cycling, things like that. So that is how it happens,
Right.
Each day is different, but it is the word you used, balancing, that you got to do. So when you know that you have eaten so much, too much, bad stuff, you got to be mindful of that, and then make sure that you just bring it down to an acceptable level over the next several days time. So this is something very healthy, but obviously know your food.
Yes.
So they've said something that you got to be careful of.
Correct.
Having too much can
definitely
lead
not
to
great.
an issue. So that's all about knowing food. So when you know what you have eaten, it's all about balancing it. Because I believe that going green, going with all the good stuff, while it is good, you also need to have energy, right?
True.
Then to get energy, you need to eat other food as well. So it is all about
two-way.
balancing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How was your childhood when you were growing up? I don't think things were this easy. Things
No.
were definitely not luxury.
No.
Things were hard.
Yeah.
How did that average, everyday boy become what he is today?
Yes, I saw the struggle my father went through. He was into business, photography. He ran a chain of studios, and I remember him working 20 hours a day, 18 hours a day, nothing less than 12 hours a day. So I saw that, and then also in the village I saw what difficulties people were going through, and as to if you want a good life, what you have to do. So during my childhood itself, I realized the fact that if you want to become somebody, you have to work really hard, and if you really work hard, apply yourself, do what you need to do at different stages of your life, then you can be successful. So that's the mantra I followed. Have I reached my pinnacle or my peak? If you ask me, I'll say no, yet to come. Yet to come, for which I keep working harder and harder.
So dreaming big is never a bad thing.
It is not. It's certainly not. But dreaming only, won't help you, right? You're going to have a plan to make it work. Realize your dream.
Yeah.
So it's all about what you do to realize your dream that will help you to accomplish your dream.
Yeah.
Just having a dream and
Does not
it doesn't really help
put you anywhere.
anybody.
In our country, there is this, literary level is really high, and that's remarkable. But something that really worries me is the fact that people really feel bad about their language skills. They feel, English, I'm not so confident in talking, so I'm not going to come out.
Right.
It always holds them back. What is your take on that?
Well, don't wait until you know a language proper to speak. We don't know any language perfectly.
Properly, exactly.
Right? So people have to realize
It's
that
just a form of communication.
and only a little, and if you know enough to be able to deal with all the interactions you have, that's all that matter. So with the knowledge you have, start communicating. And communication is not language. A lot of people get it wrong. Language is one medium one can use to communicate.
Correct.
But language is not communication, right?
100%.
Without
Sign language is communication.
Yeah, without uttering a single word, you can communicate.
You can
So
fall in love with somebody by just looking.
that's what has happened to me.
There you go.
Yeah, so that's how real world works. So
Exactly.
you got to obviously we got to have confidence. With the little you start communicating, and then you will keep elevating your level of communication, and you'll know more than enough to be able to play your game effectively and aggressively to become a super communicator.
I think that's something to keep in mind. There you go. That's hearing it from him itself makes it real. We're going to come back and speak more when we do come back on the other side. I have to ask him, as a corporate leader, what does he actually look out for when you sit in front of him for an interview? These are things that we should know about when we do come back. Welcome back to the show. It's our final segment with Kishu Gomez. We're checking out Aditya. If you have not been here, it's down Pithala Junction. It's a fabulous looking place. So much of... Yeah, I just checked on do they have like a day package where you get a full relaxation just to reboot your system? Yes.
Yes, they do.
I'm not leaving this. I'm not leaving this place after this show. Okay. Now I asked Kishu this very important question, something that we always forget to ask. Now, back in the days, when you go for an interview, they look at the CV, they shortlist you based on the CV, then you go into the interview showing you O-level results, A-level results, then all what you have studied.
Right.
Now they actually do not care.
No.
It has come to that stage today. Nobody even puts their O-level results anymore. And nobody even puts their A-level results. It just says passed. That's it.
Right.
Tell me, what do you all look out for when somebody young like me will sit in front of you?
Young like you? Okay, all right. Okay, I get it. Yeah.
Tell me.
So what do you look for? Yes, no, it depends on the job. For certain jobs, you need to have the technical knowledge. So you're right. I mean, when a person is in front of you to be interviewed, you don't, talk about the qualifications because they're being, screened and how qualified the person is, right? And that is why you have called that individual. So beyond that, what we look for is the ability to convert the knowledge into rupees and cents, right? In simple terms, that's what it is. Whether that person has the ability to convert the knowledge he or she has gained to create a commercial value. So you're talking about skills, right? And your application ability, your ability to basically deliver the expectations in a timely manner, and the personality to be able to perform in the job, whether that individual is an individual contributor or a team contributor, because everything is a value chain. Name it anything, especially business organizations are a value chain. So you have inputs, you have outputs, and there are different activities being performed through the value chain, right? So you should be able to synchronize and synergize your actions to be able to get the best outcome possible, and that's value, right? So your ability to collaborate, cohabitate, coordinate, make a contribution towards the end game, because in today's world, individual brilliance is not enough. Brilliant individuals are needed for the organization to be able to create team brilliance, and that's what the organization is looking for. So, is that person able to basically play that game in such a way where, as a team, organization will be able to achieve the results. So, having said that, there are certain personal attributes that you would look for. You got to be a hard worker, Danu. I mean, there are so many, philosophies that are spoken about, nice words, nice philosophies, but this is a very tough world, very hard world, fiercely competitive. So unless someone is a hard worker, forget it, Danu. I mean, I know how hard you work. You enjoy your work, and I work extremely hard as well, but I enjoy every little thing I do. So when I got the call, and then I knew it was from you. I knew it's something important. So even before checking anything, I had made up my mind to say yes to you, right? And then obviously I had other work that I had planned to do.
Yeah, but you were just around.
Yeah, so that's hard work. I mean, being able to find the time and,
contribute this as well, which is amazing.
So that's what we look for.
Yeah. Now the millennials, do I fall under millennial? Yeah. No?
Not really.
Millennials.
Double check.
I think the Zen generation,
Zen generation now,
these new ones, the new ones who are a little bit younger than me. Now, they are prone to so many, it's a fictional world outside, Instagram makes anything look nice, sometimes we're living on a fantasy mindset.
Sure.
But when they come to work, their first job itself, they're like, oh, where's my laptop? Where's my table?
Sure.
Where's my cubicle?
Where's
but
my
reality
vehicle?
is not that.
No, true.
Have you spoken to any of these?
No, I have. I mean, I work with them, I interview them, and they are also needed because they are the future.
Correct.
And then it's not right to say that these guys are off their head and things like that, because we live in a digital world, so they are tuned to it. So in an organization, their contribution is also needed. And then you can coach them as well, Danu. It's not to say these guys are useless fellows. Over a period of time, you can transform them to become a real valuable individual. So that's what the seniors like us should be doing, not to corner them. why I do that?
Like us?
Senior like me.
Yeah.
So let me correct it. Yes. So that's what we need to do. We have to accept that difference, right? And use that difference to your advantage, rather than seeing it as a negative and leave them in a side.
Yeah. Well, there's so much to see when it comes to see from what the corporate world is looking at. Before we go, I really want to speak about what we got from our chef today. This is called
Valley Thalapa.
Valley Thalapa. And it has been modernized with amazing things. There is lychee on it. What's the other one that's on it?
Tamarind.
Turmeric. No. Tamarind. Right. Let's try it. Okay, we need to say goodbye, unfortunately.
Very sweet and nice.
All right. On that note, we need to go. Thank you to everyone here at Aditya for making us feel at home. Kishu, you're always so inspirational. Thank you for being here. And we are matching today as well.
Yeah. No, thank you very much for the opportunity.
Always.
And I never say no to you. So and that will continue to be so.
Thank you so very much. On that note, we will see you soon. Till then, you keep smiling. It's a wrap.